I am going to explain about God. Some of you may have religiousness in your minds, but in our world religion does not exist. It is only a man-made concept. But of course, there is good in the midst of that too, because it can bring people together. Jesus did exist. He was a medium and a healer of, I would say, high caliber if you want to look at it from that point of view. But he was next to the highest source of energy and the highest realm of spirit that incarnated to this earth and had not experienced, the people had not experienced rather anything like it. And so therefore they only had one belief that was told to them and could not see past that. But he is saying to you that you are all mediums, you are all healers in your own right. Every single one of you have a way about you that you could give someone comfort or healing in some way, whether it be spiritual or whether it be just offering help or putting your arm around another person that needs help. You all have that ability inside of you to not only give determination to heal yourself, but to heal others through your kindness and your offering of your time. When you give that to somebody, it is wonderful, isn't it? But when they come to look at God, God is a name. And I have wanted to explain that to you, that if you look at it, God is an identification of something that you see, that you can look up to and praise, or have something that you feel that is safe here whilst you are here to connect to in your times or your hours of need. But I would call God as looking at it from the point of view of symbolic nature as the giver of divine. But if you want to put the L on the end of it, the giver of divine love, or the giver of divinity, you see. So that is a wonderful way to put it. Next time you think about God, think of that source of love and all-encompassing empowerment of unconditional love, and everything that is has an existence of that within it. So you are part of the divinity and the divine. You are part of that love within and that which you come from, and that which you go back to. You are part of the divine, the perfectness of the synchronicity of time, of love, and everything that is. Everything in this world is an energy. Everything that is of solidity and everything that has a consciousness within it, right down to the tiniest of insects, that has a consciousness, is of perfectness within. And even that little creature that is sort of microscopic to the human eye is something of divinity and empowerment of consciousness and evolvement of that consciousness and the way it exists. So everything in your world is energy and consciousness and movement of energy. So in existence of you being here now, over the other side of the world, everybody else is doing something else, yet their consciousness is alive and well and thinking and connecting with others on the other side of the world, you see. So telepathy is another thing. When you pray to us or when you ask us to come to you, not only can you telepathically connect in your world to each other, you can telepathically connect to the spirit world through your higher self, through your intuitiveness. You use your intuitiveness to get you through life, to trust that something may be right or wrong, or feel good or doesn't feel good, but you can use your intuitiveness, your higher self, to connect to our world. And when you connect to our world, you can see more than you think you can, because you are more than you think you are. So you connect to what you call the Godhead, the giver of divinity. and the giver of all that is, and the existence within of all that is. So I would say you are a part of that divine love that exists as God. God is not a man that sits with a crown upon his head and judges. God is not even just male. God is the energy of all that is the divine, the masculine, the feminine. You have the sun up in the sky. That is the giver of life. So you could call it the mother of life because it gives life to all. Perhaps you could call the sun the God because it is a being of all-encompassing light and gives life and breath to everything. Without it, you would have nothing. Without it, you would not have life. If that sun was to go out, in a moment you would all be in darkness and everything would die because it would have no way of surviving without the warmth and light and love of the sun. So I guess you could look upon that as a sort of God to the Mother Earth, couldn't you? You see? Giver of all of life that is. Everybody takes the sun for granted and thinks, well, that's just shining in the sky. It's making me feel better. But have you noticed that when the sun comes out, how it makes you feel happier, how it makes you feel warm, loved, and more relaxed? So it is really a godlike being, isn't it? The sun. Again, the giver of divinity has given you that, to give you life, to give everything in existence life. So whilst you are here, begin to appreciate everything that is around you and within you. And you will never see life in the same way again. You will find you will become more empathic, more forgiving, more understanding of other people's situations, and the little niggly things in life will bother you far less. So what I will say to you is appreciate life and everything that is in it. Know that when you leave this world, your materialism is not going to be needed. Nothing in this life that is of materialism is going to be needed when you go over to the other side. You take nothing over to the other side with you, only what you have achieved in the way of giving and receiving love. And when you get there, you will only be met with love. You may travel around and look at other things like the universe that you had asked me about. You may go into a garden in spirit. You may go into old memories in spirit. Not everybody experiences the same thing, but the most common purported to be seen and experienced is the white light that pulls you in. Yes, there is that. And yes, that is what I experienced. And many others that come to the afterlife. But others may just experience their memories as they go through that warmth of love and arrive in the spirit world. And they will visit many old thoughts and places that they had in life. So they may have had a home that they loved, and they take their memories and cast it back to that, perhaps as their childhood or their adulthood. There are many different experiences, as I say. But whatever experience that you have on this earth that is going to be spiritual and profound will change you forever, and you will never ever forget that experience. You could walk around and forget your shopping list, forget your daily things that are mundane to you, but a profound experience such as a spiritual one, you will never be able to forget because it is so beautiful that it stays with you for the rest of your life. I suggest holding on to that, and I would suggest taking something from that and allow it to give you joy, because not enough people experience joy in this life. When you are living in the true joy, you are living in your true self-expression in this life, and you are living the true self. You are experiencing that. Even if you are not in perfection, remember that you are always going to be perfection within. But in time, I would say before I take my leave, many truths will hit your earth like a bolt of lightning. And you will be shocked that you see these truths, but they have to be revealed to you